All right, welcome to the very first episode of Socks and Forward podcast. We are presented by Ride the Wave Media, a new startup company in Boston. We're focusing on the whole Boston youth movement aspect to it. We are going to be the guys covering the Red Sox. I'm Ty. I'm a 20-year-old sophomore at Penn State. Lived in Worcester, Mass. My whole life, well, just outside Worcester, town called Uxbridge. Followed the Sox ever since I can remember, and we're here to give you the best coverage that we could possibly give you, maybe make you laugh here and there, but we'll see how it goes. But with me, I got two out of the other four Red Sox guys. We got Zach and Dylan. If you guys want to introduce yourselves.
Yeah, what up, guys? I'm Zach. I'm from Danvers, Mass. I'm a 20-year-old at the College of the Holy Cross out in Worcester. I've grown up a Sox fan my whole life, kind of like Ty, watching them win championships after championships. So it's been a pretty good run, and let's continue to ride the wave.
How's it going, guys? My name's Dylan. I'm from Hanson, Mass, which is on the South Shore. I'm a senior in high school. I'm graduating from Whitman Hanson this year. I've been a Sox fan my whole life, pretty much. Now I play, I umpire, and I coach baseball as well, so I have a lot of knowledge all around. And I'm going to Mass Maritime in the fall. I'm going to be studying international maritime business.
Do you like umpiring? I used to do it when I was younger. It was just the worst because like everyone thinks their kid's gonna go to the MLB or something. I just don't know. Like every single time I find out someone umpires, I have to ask them.
I mean, I like it. Yeah, I've
It's
been
decent for
last summer. I play for a men's division in the summer. It's called the Ted Williams League. So I umpired that because I've known the coach since I was like 5 years old. But so it was like older guys. Like nobody really argues a lot. But at the younger age, I've done that too as well. Some of the kids like to argue and everything.
Like Rifkin and stuff like that. That's the worst.
Exactly. Yeah. But no, it's not bad. They get paid for it too. So yeah, I'm going to stick with it.
You'll live with it. All right, so to kick off the show, Red Sox start this Thursday. Tonight is Tuesday, 26th, so we're going to do a little preseason predictions, kind of gauge where we think the season's going to go, talk about last year a little bit. Probably not going to be that long of a show because we are just kicking everything off. You guys want to let you guys know what we're a little bit about. So a couple of over-unders to start the year. I know a lot of people have been betting lately with Vegas odds coming out on the season.
For sure.
Perhaps the biggest one I've seen almost everywhere is the Red Sox over under 100.5 wins. Last year they got 108, obviously record-setting season, and then the year before that they got 93. So I mean, this could go either way. Personally, I have the under. I'm not sure what you guys say.
Really? No, I'm taking the over, but I'm right at 101. So
half point.
I think they didn't really lose anyone in the offseason. Like they lost Kimbrel, which will hurt them, might cost them a few games, but I don't see him being the difference in like Joe Kelly of being like a 7-game swing. No way. I got Sox taking the over there.
I have under, like literally just under. I have them going 99 and 63. Like I'm confident in the bullpen, but like we don't like it. We're still trying to figure out who the closer is. So it's like Matt Barnes and Ryan Brazier seem to be the top two guys, but it's like they've never been in a situation like that before either, especially at Fenway. It's like we're going to have to see if we can trust them in like the late game situations, like in the 9th inning and stuff like that.
Also, winning 100 games is absolutely insane. Like we kind of took that for granted because 108 last year, but we also like you have to go on like crazy winning streaks and everything. Most years, I think the Sox got like 90 odd wins, minus like the down years when they came like 60 or 70. But winning 100 games is hard. I think this is the first time they've done it in just a wicked long time because I know this is like I remember when they won their 100th, everyone made a big deal about it. It was like the first time in a couple of years. I can see them doing like going back to back 100, but it's gonna be tough.
I think. Well, I look at the Yankees last year, like sneaky won 100 games.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't really like seem like they made a big splash, like a big run. I know the Sox started like 17-2, so like that's a big 15 games wins to start the season. But I don't know. I got a good feeling about this team. They've, like I said, there's not much changeover from the World Series team last year. You still got Alex Cora. Like he's gonna know how to manage guys. He's only getting better. So I don't know. I think they could crack the century mark again for sure.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. They're definitely capable of doing it, but I think the race in the AL East between the Sox and the Yankees is going to be a lot tighter this year for sure. I even have Tampa like doing pretty well this year too. Like I have the Red Sox winning 99 games, the Yankees like just behind at like 97, And then I feel like Tampa could win 90 to 95 games as well.
Yeah, Tampa's sneaky good. Like last year, like I remember when we were beating Tampa, everyone was like, "Oh, you're just beating the Rays. Like they're not a good team." And they were good last year. I think they won 90 last year, right, or something like that.
Yeah, they were close to making it into the wild card too. Like with I'd say like 2 weeks left in the season, they're only like 3 or 4 games out of the wild card.
No, for sure. I think the imagine what are the odds that the Rays have a better record than the Yanks next year? I'd die laughing.
That would be awesome.
I'd love to see that.
I would love to see that.
Yeah, we're just gonna find that out. That'd be wild. But next over under, I guess we got JD Martinez, DH for the Sox. Obviously hit 43 home runs last year, so they set the over under at 42 and a half. He had 45 in 2017 as well, so it's not a fluke that he hit up to 40 last year. So what are you guys' thoughts on this one? Over under 42 and a half.
I think to be honest, I have under for this one, but I feel like he's gonna have a higher batting average this year. I feel like we're gonna see more doubles off. Yeah, I mean, I have him hitting like 38, 39 home runs.
Yeah. What did he hit last year? I just don't know this.
Yeah.
Batting average, my bad.
Yeah, no, I like the under here too. I think that he's, he mashes, but, I think pitchers know how to throw to him a little more, like in this Red Sox lineup. When he was out last year, they didn't really know, okay, like Mookie's a threat. You still have, I think people will like focus on him more than they will some of the other guys in the order. So he might see a little drop, but he's hitting in the 30s for sure. And I do agree. His average is going up.
Yeah, he hit 330 last year, 43 home runs, 130 RBIs. It'd be crazy good if he could improve his batting average, throw like a 340 or something. That'd be insane. But 42 and a half, that's kind of high. I'm thinking obviously high 30s, maybe crack 40, but like 38-ish. That's what I was thinking earlier today. Other than that, RBIs 130 last year. Hopefully he can crack that.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I think JD is gonna like that guy. Just like is such a psychopath when it comes to like his swing and like.
Yeah, he calculates the whole thing.
Exactly. So like, I have a hard time believing that he'll ever have a bad season at the dish. Like he's gonna mash. That's all he does. That's all he knows how to do. So predicting anything less than like 30 bombs is not happening. He'll hit high 30s.
We got Sale, Chris Sale, new contract extension. He's going to go out this season and prove why he deserved it to everybody saying his arm's going to go out and all that because Boston media just loves to complain. But whatever. Good contract extension by Sale. His over-under for strikeouts is 299.5. Last year, 237, but he did miss some time towards the end of the year before playoffs. And then in 2017, he had 308. I'm going to go under because Chris Sale always finds a way to just miss a couple starts due to injury or whatever. And 300 strikeouts is an absurd amount of strikeouts.
Yeah, no, I got the under here too because I think Cora's going to manage him a lot different. He's going to like definitely have him take off some games come, maybe like August and September. So I don't even think he's going to pitch as many innings as he has over the last couple seasons just for, sheer like energy conservation, keeping that arm healthy because you proved last year, like you need your starting pitchers to be able to throw bullpen in the playoffs, like close out games in the playoffs. So Cora's not going to care about, him going for the Cy Young or him going for the strikeout record. Like he's going to really watch his innings. I think everybody too, like Eovaldi, Price, those guys are all going to see a drop in their stats just based off Cora kind of giving people more rest. I think he said he might do a 6-man rotation at one point. So, that's just eating into time on the mound.
I agree with you. I feel like the starting rotation is going to be a whole lot better this year. I can see Sale having more strikeouts than last year. Like I have him at like 250 strikeouts, which that's still a lot too. That's great. And yeah, like he could, like he's been getting injured in the past too. He's had shoulder problems and everything else. So like a solid year from him would be for him to go the whole year without having any shoulder problems at all. But as long as he keeps throwing the ball, I think he'll be fine this year. 250 strikeouts.
Yeah, 250. Yeah, that's honestly my bar. Like, just hit 250 and consider it another like elite season.
Yeah, I know. It's a crazy. We're like, oh, you didn't hit 300 strikeouts. What a
Yeah,
bum.
you didn't bat 345 or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Dustin Pedroia coming back this season. The over-under games for him is 90.5. He only played 3 last year because of obvious injuries, and then in 2017 he only played 105. I do think he's gonna hit over by like 20 games because I was reading something like a couple weeks ago that Dombrowski was talking to people at spring training. Their goal was to get Pedroia to like 120 to 130 games. I don't think 130 is gonna happen at all. But missing 40 games here and there, he's only gonna start missing these first 11 games or something. He's gonna probably come back to the lineup when Boston comes home for their opener. So
yeah, no, I got the over here. I think Pedroia is like a grinder. Like that guy just, you know,
yeah, he's been wanting to play for 2 years.
Yeah, this thing's like eating away at him. I think watching the team pop bottles last year without him killed him inside. I mean, I don't even imagine what it's like for that kind of player to sit and watch basically a team not need you. So I think he's so determined to come back that he'll get out there every chance he has. I'm actually surprised he's starting on the DL or the IL, I guess they're calling it now, down in Pawtucket. But no, I got the over there. He'll probably play like 110. I agree with that. Nothing crazy though.
I have over 2. I have him playing 100 games. To be honest, I feel like it's going to be his last season. Like That's why I'm really hoping the Red Sox can go back to back this year, just so we can win one more championship. But I feel like, yeah, he only has 1 or 2 more seasons at most left in the league.
When is contract run up?
I don't know. I thought he signed a big one.
Yeah, let me just look that up. I mean, what happens if he retires? We get some of that money back, obviously.
Yeah. You get his money back. He's a free agent until 2022.
Yeah.
So he still has
110 million coming. I didn't know that.
Wow, he's getting 15 million this season.
I mean, I hope he comes back. I guess we'll start into the Sox topics. Dustin Pedroia obviously coming back this season, starting the league. I mean, the year off on the injured list, formerly known as the disabled list.
Yeah.
I just saw this move kind of coming. I didn't really think he was going to start the season like playing game 1 or anything. I'm fine with him coming back for the opener against, I don't know who we're playing actually, in Fenway.
Toronto, yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was Toronto or Tampa Bay. But I'm fine with this move. Get Nunez, maybe Holt some reps at second. I know Nunez didn't play too much second last year, but if you're going to be a utility infielder, especially with Pedroia coming back as another like lock at second base when he's healthy, he's got to just learn the whole base. Diamond, really.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting him to start the season on the DL either, but I'm happy he's starting the home opener. I think will be great to play his first game in front of the Fenway crowd. But I have him at 100 games too, going back to what we just said, because there's going to be competition. They have Brock Holt and Eduardo Nunez too, and they both need to get playing time in the field as well.
Yeah, no, I guess I was the only one who was surprised. I thought for sure he'd come back because he didn't play at all last year. He played 3 games, so I thought he had enough time to rest up. I guess I don't really understand what his injury even was. It was like something with his knee, I think, but
yeah, it was his knee.
So
he's wearing a brace all season. I'm not sure how that's going to affect like second base because I don't know. You got to move kind of quick, but
yeah, so he dives all. His uniform's always dirty. Like
he's
always out there. But yeah, no, comeback season for Pedroia. I have high hopes. He's my favorite player on the team by far, going back to like, when he was a rookie in 2007. So, he's like the heart and soul of the team. I don't know if he's like that, bona fide leader that you saw in like David Ortiz. I know in like a couple of years ago, that whole Machado thing was, when he spiked him and then they started throwing out Machado and he was like, oh, like that whole controversy. But, I think he's still very important to the guys in the clubhouse. So him on the field is only good news for the Red Sox.
I agree with you. I feel like Pedroia brings up the confidence so much more in the clubhouse. And just a few years ago, I expect him to hit very well this season too, because a few years ago, he was at the top of the leaderboard hitting with runners in scoring position. So I expect him to do the same thing this year, hit for contact right at the middle with runners on second and third and driving a few runs. I think he can get up to like 80 RBIs this year. I can see it happening for sure.
Yeah, you don't really need him to mash. Like if he can just hit like 245, 260s, like somewhere in that range, maybe like knock in 80 RBIs, like hit a couple, extra base hits. Like I'm not looking for him to be like 2008 MVP.
Yeah.
just give me something. Anything more than Brock Holt and Nunez is fine with me.
Yeah, I talked about this more in one of the opening blogs that's going to be on the website coming soon. I don't know exactly when the date, but when the website goes out, you'll see what I was kind of writing about Pedroia. He's probably the most taken for granted for Boston athlete that I can remember in a long time. Like, nobody really remembers just how good Dustin Pedroia really was. Like, yeah, he was wicked good when he was 07, 08 and all that, those World Series 2013. But he's still a very good baseball player just because he missed all last season because of injury, and we had Brock Holt and we had Nunez coming up and doing better than we really expected them to. People are like, oh, we have Holt, we don't really need Pedroia. I'm like, Pedroia is still going to be a baseball Hall of Fame. Like, inserting him into your lineup can only really help you. It's not like in basketball or football, like you kind of have like the block for each other and you pass the ball. You have good chemistry. Like, baseball is more, you're the one hitting. Like, I guess in the field you got to click, but people are saying the whole time that the chemistry is going to be messed up because Pedroia is coming back. And, like, he was still in the locker room. Like, he was still helping the guys.
Yeah,
he was still, he was basically just a manager last year. So that argument, I never made any sense to me at all.
No, I Pedroia Hall of Fame, that's an interesting debate. I've gotten, in some pretty heated arguments about that. I think he's a Hall of Famer with the MVP, 2 World Series.
3 times. Did he win?
He won.
Yeah, he won 13. And then I guess this one, but
I don't count. I don't. Super Bowl 50.
How many Gold Gloves has he won too? I can't even count.
4.
Let me see.
I want to say 4.
Yeah, so see, that's a Hall of Famer in my opinion. 3 World Series rings too.
Yeah, 4-time All-Star, 4 Gold Gloves, AL MVP, Rookie of the Year.
Yeah,
technically 3-time World Series champion.
Yeah, that'll be on his resume. Like,
yeah,
people are gonna look back in 15 years and oh, he was hurt that whole year, amazingly. But actually, baseball already stink. They're definitely gonna look that.
Yeah, no, they're not even gonna. Yeah. That's the thing is it's maybe in if it was a normal Hall of Fame, but baseball is so weird with.
He passes the eye test, which is really the only thing that matters. Yeah. Who cares about all those WAR, OPS, and all that?
Yeah, his WAR sucks. He is not. As far as, that's what everyone looks at today. They're like, oh, Mike Trout has an unbelievable WAR. It's well, he's Mike Trout.
Yeah, he's also the best baseball player ever.
Yeah, so.
So Pedroia's back. Obviously, a good thing. Do we have Mookie Betts coming back to the Red Sox season? Is another story. He's going to test free agency this offseason. That just makes sense. See how much money you can get.
I don't know. I don't like that. That upset me.
I mean, there's no real loyalty in sports when it comes to it. At the end of the day, you got to pay your family, and you already have a ton of money, yes. But if someone's gonna offer you $300 million or something like that, it's very hard to say no to that. I do think he's coming back, but I just don't know how we're gonna pay him, especially with this sale extension. That would mean other guys had to go, obviously. But when you have a chance to resign the reigning MLB AL MVP, you gotta just take it.
Yeah.
No, I'm not really mad by it. But I guarantee you he wants to wait until after the 2020 season because there's a lot of Red Sox players whose contracts they're all going to expire. So they want to see how much the Red Sox will be willing to offer him after they decide what to do with everyone else in the roster. If they re-sign everyone and offer him a smaller contract than expected, he will take offers from other teams. That being said, he very much wants a contract equivalent to the contracts guys such as Trout, Harper, and Arenado have been receiving. He'll wants a big contract.
$400 million, but.
Yeah, no,
I don't know if it's by the Sox or not, but as soon as he sees that 400, I think that's a wrap.
I look at a guy like Alex Bregman who just signed a 5-year.
I think it was 6-100 or something.
Yes, that's such a team friendly deal. That's a guy who gets it. He's all right, I'm on a team. I've got Correa, I've got Altuve. We're a good core. Let's not mess this up. I'm not gonna, 20 odd million is fine by me. You sign a $400 million deal, you're not spending that money in your lifetime ever. You just can't burn through that much money. So I see all these, that's a deal. I looked at that. I'm like, man, I wish Mookie would have that attitude. Hey, let's put the team first. I'll still get my bread. I'm still getting 20 million plus.
At the end of the day, it's what, $25 to $20 million difference. I'm like, dude, you're making so much money.
Yeah. Do you really need
However, I do think that this point comes into play. I'm not sure, I'm sure Mookie's a competitor and all that, but there's some guys who go in the league win a couple rings, and then just go get paid. Especially if the Red Sox say win the World Series back to back this year. He's like, I have 2 rings, the option to get $400 million. I won a bunch of awards in Boston. Like, I don't really owe them, I guess, anything anymore. It's not like he came here, promised a ring, and didn't get anything. He'll get 2 rings, and then he's like, all right, it's just time for me to just go get like a check.
Yeah, no, I know. I agree with that too. Like players definitely like once you win a ring, like some people like get hungry and need more. Like you look at Tom.
Yeah. You see those people. That's
like to keep a core together. But no, I could see Mookie if we win the World Series this year, I'd bet Mookie's gone like almost 100%. Like but if it depends on how much this guy likes winning. If he wants to go play for the Reds and lose 100 games a year, go ahead, make 4, go get your bag. But I'd like to think he cares about winning. Why play if you're not going to win? So we'll see. We'll see what kind of values he has. But can't blame him. $500 million, I'd take that.
Yeah, that's absurd. Dylan, what you thinking?
I honestly think like I could see him being in a Red Sox uniform until the day he retires. But
that's what I hope.
Yeah. I mean, after the 2020 season or whenever he becomes a free agent, I don't think they're going to re-sign a bunch of these guys that they have on the roster right now. I think the Red Sox are going to re-sign Mookie to like a big, like a huge contract, like the $400 million, like you suggested. But I don't think they'll be like as good. But I definitely can see him being in a Red Sox uniform for the rest of his career.
Does it matter?
I think he loves it here.
Does it matter at all that Mookie was like pretty much a no-show in the playoffs? Like, I think the Red Sox, I think he hit 1 home run.
It was like in the game, whatever, 5, whatever. They're already over.
He was striking out with the bases loaded a couple of times. Like, he just wasn't a factor. So, like, maybe, and he's never been good in the playoffs. Like, I don't have his playoff stats. I could probably find these. When we were playing Cleveland and we were playing Houston, like, he just, he wasn't the guy.
Just disappeared.
For as good as he is in the regular season, like, maybe the Red Sox, if they make a playoff run next year and he's still kind of like a no-show, like, all right, am I paying a guy for the regular season and he's just going to be...
Yeah, they could hold that over him or something.
Yeah, like, I don't know. Like, maybe you put your money towards guys like Benintendi, who's clutch in the playoffs, whether it's defense and offense. Like, so there's something to be said about his postseason. I know not a lot of people like to bash Mookie, but postseason Mookie, not that good,
That's my take. We got opening day, I guess, pitching rotation announced today. This one came as a surprise. We got Sale at game 1. Game 2, we got Eovaldi. 3, we got Erod, then Porcello, and then 5 with Price. I guess Price is rumored to have like an illness or something. That's why they're kind of giving him some time off. But I for sure did not expect this. I thought it was going to be Sale, Price, Eovaldi, Porcello, Erod, but
it's funny. They haven't even said exactly what's wrong with Price either. They said an illness, but they didn't go into like detail about it either.
Yeah, it could be like the stomach flu. Like,
did he pitch?
Yeah.
How did he pitch today?
Yeah. He didn't have a good start either. He had like 5 earned runs.
So this man has like some disease and he's out there trying to throw against the Cubs in some spring training game. Like what is this? This is a little fishy. I'm kind of...
Yeah, I know. It's interesting. Like, I'm waiting to see what actually happens here because he didn't pitch good today. I don't know if it had to do with his illness or not.
Yeah, the dude's like, throwing up his brains out in the dugout. They're like, all right, go throw 5 innings against the Cubs here. It's March. Like, coach, I'm sick, coach. Come on. But
I'm fine with you. I honestly, I didn't even think it was going to happen, but I could see Eovaldi getting the nod just for game 1. But then I was like, we also have Chris Sale. So
yeah, I'm surprised Eovaldi got the nod over Porcello. Like,
I did too. I thought Porcello was going to be our 3 guy. I mean, 4 guy.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I find Porcello Cy Young winner in 16. However you feel about that, still won a Cy Young. Like, for him to be I guess if Price is back, I'd expect him to be 3rd. And I didn't expect Eovaldi to jump him. Like, Eovaldi's, a guy that is shaky, is only proved it last year. Like, people glorify Eovaldi. Like, I love him, don't get me wrong, but before he was with the Red Sox last year, like, he's been pretty bad when he was on, like the Marlins and the Yankees.
He's had a couple of surgeries though, I guess.
The thing that's the thing that concerns me is his two Tommy John surgeries. But I still think he's gonna have a huge year regardless. but that's just something to keep in mind. He has had 2 surgeries before, and it might catch up to him eventually.
No, I love you. Like I had this massive argument that Eovaldi was worth his $17 million contract. Me and this kid went at it. It's in my bio now. Like Nathan Eovaldi is worth $17 million. Like I'm the biggest Eovaldi guy. Like this man, he's fine. Like his 2 Tommy Johns, like he's fine. Don't worry about him. He'll still be blowing 100 by Bregman come October.
Very fine with it.
Yeah.
So we got a couple more topics that we want to touch on before we wrap up episode 1. First thing we got, who's going to be the closer? Like we know we just talked about the starting lineup. They can do anything they really want until the bullpen comes in, and that could be a different story. I know we struggled with it last year up until the postseason. Kimbrel obviously not coming back. Matt Barnes and Ryan Brazier, the 2 leaders. What are you guys' thoughts on who's going to close? Personally, I think it's going to be Matt Barnes, but
I don't know. I wanted to see Kelly close after.
Yeah, then he walked.
Yeah, I know. The Red Sox didn't make an offer to him. After he went completely psycho on Tyler Austin on the Yankees, totally flipped his whole career in Boston, on that one instance, that one moment. And then come playoffs, he was nails. And then he just off to the Dodgers. Didn't even make apparently they didn't make a serious offer. So now I'm going to be watching I don't know, Hector Velasquez come out in the 9th, down, a 1-run game. I don't know. Kimbrel's out there. Maybe throw him a 1-year deal, 1 year, I don't know, 15.
In the middle of the year or something. Yeah.
Yeah. Just throw him something now. He probably wants to come back, probably wants to pitch,
I think it's going to be Matt Barnes as well, because even last year he struggled as a setup man too. Brazier did great, but I think Brazier would be awesome as a setup man. And then we just have to see the first couple of weeks into April how Matt Barnes does as a closer. If he doesn't perform the way we expect him to, then you give it to Brazier. But yeah, I don't understand. I think they should definitely sign Craig Kimbrel to a 1-year deal. He hasn't been signed yet either. And the Red Sox could very well do that, but
yeah, say come May, it's you've tried out Barnes, you've tried out Brazier, these guys are just blowing saves. What do you do at that point? It's
at that point, honestly, I would I'm high on a Durbin Feltman, prospect out of
Bushman.
Yeah, for real. Honestly, if I were the Red Sox, this is probably a bad idea, but I'd get this kid up just to start off the season, just work him with Barnes and Brazier, just so we get comfortable in the MLB setting to close a couple games. I'm not sure if he's a made closer or if he's been a starter his whole life. I'm sure he's been a starter most of it. But you make him an MLB closer, first year in the league, really, to do it. You just get him used to just closing games until you can find a permanent closer, and it might be even him. It gets him good opportunity, I think. And if he clicks, he Sox found a closer. But really nothing to lose if you don't have a definitive closer by, a couple of weeks from now. You can only ride out the Barnes-Brazier experiment for so long.
Yeah. No, I would pull him up. I don't think I'd have him start. I wouldn't put him as the closer.
Yeah, not off the bat, but
yeah, but keep him in the bullpen. Sox have a comfortable lead. I think they're playing Seattle or Oakland. They can probably beat up on one of those teams. And then put him out there. I want to see what he can do for sure. He's our only pitching prospect that's left in any of our systems.
Dried out farm league.
Yeah, he's the only.
Exactly. They have nothing to lose. Just put him in as a middle reliever for a few games in April and see how he performs.
That's personally who I wanted to see get some more publicity. Really, only Section 10 does it, but
yeah, no, I mean he's still I don't even think he's in the MLB top 100 prospects. He's
probably way too hyped up just because.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think he's.
I'm ready to risk it.
Oh yeah, what else are you gonna
give me some insanity or something?
Yeah.
And then to wrap up the show, we're gonna just do our AL East projections. I didn't do record edges of the team, but if you guys want to start that off, be my guest.
I have the Red Sox finishing in first place. I can see them having a record of 99-63, like we already talked about. Yankees in second for sure. I have them at 97-65. Tampa right behind. It's going to be a very close AL East race this year. I have them at 95-67. And then fourth place, Toronto. I think they'll be better than last year, but they're still going to have a losing record. I have them at 79-83. I feel like Baltimore will be a little bit better as well. I might have them a little high in the win total, but I have them at 68-94.
Yeah, I mean, I have the same order. I didn't do records, but bottom three, I guess, is kind of a lock. Like it's gonna be probably Rays, Blue Jays, Orioles in that order. Obviously, the top two with the Sox, Yankees, that's gonna be close. I think it. How many games did we win the AL East by? About like 10 or something.
8, yeah, 8
Eight,
last.
yeah, because they won 100 games. I don't know. I think it's gonna be closer than 8 games this year because the Yankees kind of not have something to play for, but they just lost to the Sox in the playoffs. They got swept at Yankee Stadium by the Sox. The rivalry is definitely back, so I think they'll play a little bit closer, maybe like a 4 or 3 game difference between the two. I do have Sox, Yankees, Blue Jays, Rays. Sorry, Rays, Blue Jays, Orioles.
Yeah, no, I same order as you guys both. But my thing with the Yankees is like I was after we won the World Series, popped all the champagne, like celebrated, and then I started looking. I was like, man, like the Yankees could go out and sign some big name free agents right now. Like they had chances to go for Harper, chances to go at Machado, and they just didn't.
You know, Tulowitzki and Aaron Hicks.
Yeah, like they didn't bring in any big, arms as far as like their rotation. I know Severino's starting out hurt pretty significant too. So I don't know. I thought the Yankees would close the gap between them and the Red Sox more, and they really didn't do anything.
It feels like they didn't even try to spend. Like there was always rumors that these guys were going to like the Yankees because it's just New York. But I don't feel like the Yankees themselves really put themselves out there to like offer them contracts.
It was like the Los Angeles Lakers. Every possible free agent was photoshopped into pinstripes. I mean, what are we doing here? The only person I think might still sign with them is Dallas Keuchel. He's still a free agent. And like, especially with Severino going down, like if they can somehow acquire like a stud to put in their rotation, but if you're throwing out Sabathia, like, Hurt, Severino, Tanaka, like I don't see them coming close to the Red Sox. I got Sox. If everything stays the same, Sox by like 6, maybe like 5.5. Like I just don't see it being wire to wire because they didn't make any improvements in the end of the season.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The Red Sox will continue to mash off the Yankees starting rotation. But the only thing that does scare me about the Yankees is their bullpen. Their bullpen's filthy. They have Aroldis Chapman, Adam Ottavino. He's pretty good.
Yeah,
Dellin Betances and Zach Britton. Like, can't get any better than that.
Zach Britton's a bum, dude. He spells his name with a K now, and like as a Zach, you don't do that. You don't do that. That guy's gonna give up like 40 home runs. Book it.
That's all the topics we got, but a little more behind the scenes look what we're going to be doing this season. I know after every Red Sox games, 2 of us at least, one of us, but hopefully 2, we're going to hop on like Instagram Live like 10 minutes after the show, just kind of after the game, just to kind of talk about it for a little bit. We'll take some questions in the live comments, so be on the lookout for that. Like I mentioned earlier, the blog is being worked on. The website's going to be coming up. We're going to be posting our stories to the IG page. Follow us on Instagram at Ride the Wave MLB. You can follow myself on Twitter at Ty_Miller35 or Instagram Ty_Miller35. I'm going to be live tweeting most of the Sox games this season. So if you want to follow along, do that. Anything you guys want to plug?
Yeah, no, definitely follow on Twitter. I'm trying to get a Ride the Wave MLB Twitter started, but kind of a little lazy when it comes to that. But yeah, no, follow me on social media, ZHard4 on Instagram and Twitter. Tweet frequently about the Red Sox, some Celtics in there too. So yeah.
Yeah, same with me. I tweet a lot about the Red Sox and Celtics. You guys can follow me at D_McDonald9. McDonald is spelled MC like the restaurant. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Golden Arches.
So we hope you guys enjoy the first episode. Like I said, we are missing Brandon and Adam. They should be with us next week. We're going to hope all these episodes come out like Wednesday. Probably morning, maybe afternoon if it takes me a little bit to edit. But other than that, we will see you guys next week. And make sure you check out our page. Sox season starts Thursday and off season is finally over.
Yeah. I need baseball now.
For real. All right, see ya.
Go Sox.